Hi everybody, my name is Mellisa Nonhlanhla Moyo. I am a youth champion with the African Food Revolution. Welcome to the Futures Podcast, which is an initiative by HIVOS under the Urban Futures Project. Today I am with Mr. Thabani Singwango. Mr. Thabani, may you please introduce yourself?
Thank you for having me. My name is Thabani Singwango. I'm a climate advocate. I'm also an entrepreneur, and I take on challenges and come up with solutions.
Nice. Okay, Mr. Thabani, may you please tell us what's your take on Bulawayo's urban food systems, particularly in relation to climate change?
Thank you for having me. Honestly, when I walk through the stores, I only find food which does not belong to our country, not to mention our city. We have GMO foods being imported from South Africa, from Zambia, and as a city, we're not sustainable in terms of producing local food through our systems. So it is very painful that we are actually having more patients in clinics, hospitals, because of this chronic illness which food brings. So climate change, yes, seasonal patterns of rainfall have changed and we're trying to adapt, but we are seeing that through that adaptation as a city, we cannot meet up the demand. So that's why we are importing food so that we have food security in our city.
Okay. All right. In relation to the Urban Futures Project and your role within the project, what steps have been taken to try and address these issues?
One thing I think, or what I've actually benefited, is that there's youth inclusion and there are workshops whereby they bring up professionals to come and teach us as youth on how we can actually graft our knowledge in terms of building up this system. And on my side, as a climate advocate and as a GIS specialist, I'm using my technology of trying to map out the resources we have, trying to inform farmers on where to farm and what to farm. And I think that data is actually improved on how people actually do their agriculture, and also through that information we can predict the future. Okay. So because people lack knowledge on how to farm, that's why we then tend to rely on other countries. But overall, I actually applaud Urban Futures because they are actually making an impact, and we are actually erecting greenhouses, smart farming, hydroponics, you can mention a lot. So from that, we are seeing that a system is being built, and I think it's sustainable for the years to come.
That's great. That's really great. That sounds like you're doing really great work. Yeah. So in the near future, or in the future, looking at your career path, how do you think everything you're learning from Urban Futures will help you in addressing the challenges that we're facing as Bulawayo and as a nation when it comes to our food systems?
What I'm saying, I think Urban Futures is actually building a role model in the society. Someone looks up to someone, and when they see that this thing is possible, people want to follow. And having a greater audience with the work, the innovations I'm doing, the ministry has some interest in what I'm doing. So if I make or strike gold and bring up these innovations to a greater audience, I wish and I trust that someone can hear it and someone can try to build it up. And then when it happens, it can then be put into the school systems, because that's where the minds are. So we want it to be part of the curriculum whereby children are taught and these systems are built from a tender edge. And then we have innovation, we have also sustainable systems from root level.
That's nice. I like that you mentioned that we have to also teach the younger children, because right now it's youth-led initiatives, which means that we also have a responsibility to teach the ones that are coming after us.
True that.
That's true. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Thabani.
It's my pleasure to be here and also to motivate the younger generation to step up and be innovative.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us today. We will see you on the next episode of the Futures Podcast.